Hey folks, Miguel here. Today I want to make a video about how you can set a goal and achieve that goal and how I kind of cross that chasm to actually make things happen. Now I know there's a ton of books out there on goal setting and how to make things happen and push goals and all that kind of stuff. And that's all great stuff, but I'm going to really break it down to the secret sauce that a lot of people maybe don't share. And I'm going to do it fairly quickly so that you can implement this right away without having to read a 400-page book. Hopefully that sounds good to you. So here's how I set a goal, and I'll tell you a goal that I set at the beginning of the year for myself, and I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing to achieve the goal, and I'll give you a couple little tidbits here and there, and then I might make videos on individual sections. But here's a goal I set this year. This year I set a goal to become a 15-star diamond Beachbody coach in my business. So what did that mean? Well, that meant to me that by the end of December, basically December 31st, 2014, I want to become a 15-star diamond Beachbody coach. So that's not enough definition to a goal. That's the first thing I wrote out, is a 15-star diamond Beachbody coach. Now, realistically, I didn't think that would happen at first. My first initial goal was to be a 10-star Beachbody coach this year. But then what I did is I kind of set a push goal. So that's a big thing you got to do as well, is that when you set a goal, try and think of, well, what could you do to push a little bit harder? And so I set a goal to say, by the end of this year, I'm going to be a 15-star diamond Beachbody coach. Next thing I did is, what does that mean to me, right? So what does that mean to be a 15-star diamond Beachbody coach? Because honestly, you could probably do that a lot sooner, but it might not really be what you mean it. And to me, a 15-star diamond Beachbody coach is that 15 people aren't just diamond coaches. To me, that means 15 people are doing amazing at Beachbody. They're growing without my help. It's not like something where I've, incentivized them to become diamond coaches. I want them to just naturally become amazing Beachbody coaches. So I wrote all that out as well. It's on my wall. The other thing I decided on was I didn't necessarily want to do it the traditional way. The traditional way is that you're going to have all 15 diamonds within one Beachbody group, right? So as you get further along in your Beachbody journey, you'll learn that you can, basically open up multiple business centers per se. So you can have 1, 2, 3. So I already have 2. I might have a third one sooner, later on. And my goal really was, I want to become a 15-star diamond Beachbody coach, but for myself, not for the bonus that a 15-star diamond gets. So that means to me that I might get 5 diamonds in my first business center, 5 in my second, 5 in my third. It might mean 5 in my first, 10 in my third. I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't want to game the system. I don't want to try and do something because that's the way it is and I want recognition. I'm kind of over that. I don't really need the recognition, and financially I'm doing fantastic, so I'm not really too worried about the bonuses and all that kind of stuff. I just really wanted to set that goal because I want to have 15 people at the end of this year that are doing really well, I guess is ultimately my goal. And that's where I set the goal. So you're noticing that I'm really defining it really well. I'm not just saying I want to be a 15-star diamond coach. Okay, let's walk away and go do a workout. Right? I define it really well. I spent an hour defining what that goal meant and exactly what the details were in that. Just like when you buy a car, you sign a 50-page lease document or buyout document, whatever it is you're doing. The same thing here. It wasn't that much, but it was enough detail that I really knew exactly what that meant. What does it mean? How are you going to achieve it? Why do you want that? All that kind of stuff. Very important. Okay, the next thing, that's not enough either. What I like to do personally is I like to work backwards first. So I start working backwards from that. So to be able to do that, I need 15 diamond coaches. Who are they? What are their names? So I start writing them all out. The next thing I do is I wrote out kind of where they were at currently. And so then after that, I kind of realized, okay, well, these people are already diamond coaches, which is fantastic. And so I need a few more to get there. And who is doing, really well in the business, not just from a numbers perspective, but like who's really bought in, right? Because I want quality coaches. So I wrote out another list of what those coaches were and what their names were. And then I started tracking them from January. I made an Excel spreadsheet. I have all the names of those coaches that I think, deserve to become, eventually 6-figure earners. I want them to become diamond coaches. So I have all them listed and I track them and I make calls with them. And it's not just like I pick these people and, just because randomly I thought they'd be great. No, these are the people that, I've throughout the year, or new people even, that I've given assignments to, and they do them. They come back to me and they do them really well, and, they keep consistently pushing. So I think they deserve more of my time, to be honest with you, right? So, and if anyone else, I'd love it to be 20, right? So if anyone else starts pushing harder, I help them even further as well. So I did that. So then I started working backwards from the events. So I was like, okay, what events are coming up this year? Well, there's an event in September in Phoenix, Scottsdale this year. So all the elite coaches are going to fly out there for a really cool adventure. And then there's also Coach Summit in June. And then there's also an event where we're going on a Beachbody cruise in March. So I wrote out those dates out, and then I said, okay, well, who's going to be Diamond by those days? So I listed all those out. And then after I had all the dates and then who was going to be achieving those goals, I went backwards from there and I said, okay, the cruise, I want these two people to be diamonds by then. So how do I, make sure that happens? And so in some cases it was like, well, I need to fly out to wherever they're at. I need to spend some one-on-one time with them. How do I do that? Well, maybe I have an event. Great. So I created an event. In this case, I created an event in Toronto that was going to come up fairly soon in the beginning of the year that was going to help out a lot of my leaders out there that, frankly, I think are already diamond coaches. They just haven't arrived yet. And really to push them forward, to get them to spend more time with me, spend more time with other top coaches, and really grow their business forward. So that's really the process. So once I have all that written out on my wall, I have my goal, I have why I'm going to do the goal, exactly the details of the goal, all the events leading up to that goal, and then I kind of set little little maps in between. So here's goal 1, here's goal 2, here's goal 3, and where do I have to be there? And then within those, I kind of fill in the little details. So it's kind of like a ruler stick where you kind of have the big cutoffs at the 10s, and then in between you have these little points where you have to achieve them as well. And so I start working from that. That's how I set goals, to be honest with you. And I religiously look at those goals every day. I like to use sticky notes because it's much easier for me to, keep up with my goals. So for example, I have on there, I'm looking at, to achieve this goal, I need to have Ruby training. I need to help people with their Shakeology sales, all these different things. And below them, I have, well, how am I going to do that? How am I going to help them? I got to make these videos. I got to call this person back. It's really cool kind of when you set a goal and then you start creating a plan around that. Maybe in another video, I'll show you guys that. But the big thing I want to show you guys today is to set a goal isn't enough. You have to set a very detailed push goal and then work backwards and figure out exactly what you're going to do along the way to get there. And if you're someone that is very accountable to yourself, you'll be able to do it. You'll be able to make it happen. Every day you'll wake up and you'll do the actions that you need to make that goal occur. If you're not, then you're not going to be consistent. You're going to fall apart. And as I talked in my last video, you're going to lose your patience and your goal isn't going to happen. It's not that the goal was a horrible goal. The goal is a great goal. You just didn't take action to achieve that goal. And at the end of the day, knowledge is power. But if you don't take action on that knowledge, then you're just wasting all of that amazing knowledge you've gained throughout your life, not just throughout the last year. So take it easy, folks. Hopefully that helps you. I want you guys to live with passion and dream the extreme. Take it easy, folks.